Hey guys, welcome back to the Homestead fam. Today I am going to walk you through some of my favorite low toxic swaps in our kitchen, things that are just easy to swap out, make sure we don't get those microplastics and any unwanted toxins in our house and in our food especially. So I am going to show you around our kitchen, show you what we use, and make sure to subscribe and like, and we will get right into it. Okay, first things first, let's talk about our cookware. We used to use like old Teflon pots and pans from, I think we got our first one from like Goodwill when we were just starting out and just got married. And then just a few years ago, we decided to switch to all stainless steel and all cast iron. So all of our pots and pans in our house are either completely stainless steel. These ones are from All Clad. They are a bit pricey, but they will last me the rest of my life. So I invested in the upfront and will never have to buy them again, and they hold up so well. Also American made. And then our cast iron. I don't necessarily have a preferred brand of cast iron. A lot of ours have been passed down from generations. So again, you buy them once and they will last your lifetime as well. So even though there's an upfront cost, you will in your lifetime actually be saving money on these. Now, the main reason why people tend to not use these are either the cast iron, it's heavy. So people, if you have joint pain, arthritis, anything like that, then these aren't as user-friendly, but they work so great. They work on the stovetop, in the oven, over the fire. I love cooking over the fire. And then the other reason why a lot of people get stuck with not using them is because they are not technically non-stick. Now, your non-stick pans usually have a coating on them that is non-stick, but once it starts to chip, or once you accidentally use a certain type of utensil on it, it chips, and then that non-stick coating gets in your food, and that's what is actually toxic for you. So the way you can make these non-stick is to learn how to properly use them. These bad boys have to be seasoned. A lot of them come pre-seasoned now, but as you can see here, it's like kind of glossy. That's because there's like a layer of oil to keep it seasoned at all times. And then for stainless steel, as well as the cast iron, you have to preheat your pans. So you want to warm them up. It takes an extra like 30 seconds to a minute to just warm up your pans. And then here's the big kicker that everybody goes wrong in. You don't need to just heat them up, but you also have to let your food sit and sear. So you can't just throw it into your pan and then move it around really quickly and expect it not to stick. You have to put your food in, allow it to just sear up a little bit, and then you can move it and it will be completely non-stick. Next, we're gonna move on to utensils. So right by our stove, we like to make things as accessible as possible. We have all of our wooden and stainless steel utensils. So again, we use natural materials here. I love these things. These are from Early Wood, so highly recommend them. I will link them in the description as well. I'll link everything in the description below so that you can find all of these things. But these are all our wooden utensils, stainless steel utensils, and that is pretty much all we use now. And then anything that holds anything is almost always glass. We never use like plastic containers. Glass, again, natural materials. And then our storage containers are even glass. So we use mason jars for most of our storage. And then if it's not mason jars, we have actual glass containers. Again, they might be just a titch more pricey than the cheap plastic stuff, but these again will last you your lifetime, so you only have to buy them once. Whereas other plastic materials, they absorb like the food, they discolor, they don't wash up great, they melt in your dishwasher. You have to buy those throughout your lifetime, so just invest in some nice glassware and you won't have to buy them again, unless of course you drop them and they break. The next kitchen item that we swapped out that is very simple and very cost effective is all cotton kitchen towels. Now this is super simple, super easy, super budget friendly, but not only are they all of those things, but they also absorb so much better. I will not really buy anything else, and actually these are cloth diapers, which they were never used as diapers, but they just absorb so well that I will never use any other kitchen towel. So I will also link those below because I think it is so worth switching to an all cotton kitchen towel. Okay, the next item is our cutting boards. So if you think about plastic cutting boards, you are cutting onto plastic, you are making divots in that plastic, and that plastic then is getting into your food. So we make the switch to wooden cutting boards. You can also find marble cutting boards. You can even find glass cutting boards, but I highly suggest switching your cutting boards because that is one thing that you are cutting pieces on specifically, and all of that plastic in your cutting is end up gonna be going into your food. Again, wooden cutting boards last so nice. You just have to like rub some, conditioning oil on them every once in a while. And the plastic ones get flimsy, they get nasty, they discolor. So again, just quality and better for your health. So the last thing I want to talk about is scrubbing your dishes and how you are actually cleaning them. So we like to use a wooden bristle brush for most of our cleaning, and especially for our cast iron. It takes stuck on food off so easily, especially just like some hot water and this wooden brush work so well, and I highly recommend getting one of these as well. And then we have our own homemade dish towels that my grandma actually makes for us. But you can find, again, all cotton towels or handmade towels from lots of people probably in your community that make the non-toxic swaps super simple. Okay, I lied. That was not the last thing I wanted to show you. This will be the last thing I want to show you. So anything we keep our food in, we try to not keep it in plastic. So if it comes in plastic from the store, then we try to switch it out, or we try to find the things that aren't in plastic in the store and bring them home, or put them in plastic, or put them in a better option instead anyways. So all of our bulk items are going into these glass and wood containers. This is all of our like baking items, rice, powdered sugar, oats. Our flour is actually in a huge bin that we actually keep in our other pantry because we buy it by the 50-pound bags at a time, and it doesn't make sense to refill it in here when I bake so much. It just comes right out of the bin. So those are all of our, not all of our, but most of our kitchen non-toxic swaps, the ones that are easy to do. Usually they are budget friendly and inexpensive. If they are not, like the pots and pans, you're going to invest in them, and they're going to be less money throughout your lifetime instead of repurchasing them every few years. You're just going to purchase them for a little bit more money right now and have them the rest of your life. So if you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.